All right, you guys ready? All right, let's start it. Here we go.
Shepherds kept there watching on the silent flux by night. Behold, throughout the heavens there shone a holy light. Oh, I said, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. Shepherds feared and trembled when lo appeared. Rang out the angel chorus, they hailed our Savior's birth. Down in a lonely manger, a humble Christ was born. God sent us salvation on that blessed Christmas morn. Oh, I said, go tell it on the mountain, over the hills, everywhere. Go tell it on the mountain that Jesus Christ is born. This train is bound for glory. This train is bound for glory. Don't ride nothing but the righteous and holy. This train is bound for glory. This train is built for speed. Now this train, fastest train you ever did see. This train is bound for glory. Don't ride nothing but the righteous and holy. This train is bound for glory. This train climbs any hill. Now this train, better than an automobile. This train is bound for glory. Don't ride nothing but the righteous and holy. This train is bound for glory. This train is made of dreams. Now this train, all aboard, it's full of steam. This train is made of dreams. It'll take you places that you've never been. This train is bound for glory. This train.
Dan and I made the video bringing back the 90s, and it was a tremendous hit. It did very well.
The first day that I was hired was Saturday, the weekend before Easter, and I came down to interview with Brian O'Connell, who was the director of personnel at the time. John Kavchuk, the operations manager, walked in, and he started saying, "Oh my God, are you the kid that posts Facebook photos of the Ferris wheel all the time and Wonderland?" And I said, "Yeah." And he's like, "Okay, you're hired."
And then we heard we were going to open up for First Night 2017.
One thing I loved about it was we used to decorate the inside of the building with garland, and we hung these big, long Christmas light bulbs almost. They were big bulbs, and we hung them from the rafters in the ceiling, and they lit up, which was really cool. And we hung them at each light inside the building. We did that for the first year we did that was 2017, and then I think we did it for a few years after that. And then we even played Christmas music on the carousel. That was pretty cool.
And I thought, well, if we're going to be open for Christmas, we might as well decorate the man and dog. Because usually what they do at First Night is they get some garland and they put it around the fences of the rides. And I thought, well, what if we decorated the man and dog for Christmas? We've never done that before.
That works out great.
Dan was working the ticket sale at Staten's department store on 9th Street in Asbury, and it was a great time. I remember he was helping me. I brought out my Connects Ferris wheel that I hadn't seen in a long time.
The first two Christmas specials, I remember we were in Staten's talking about it, and we were discussing Wonderland 2 in there as well.
The first Christmas edition in 2017, we made a frame where we attached gift wrap to the frame, and the frame was made of Connects pieces. And I believe one of the frames was an actual cardboard box. And the thing that was terrible about it was once I made the cardboard box frame and put the gift wrap over it and hovered it over the speakers, you could barely hear the sound. It sounded muffled. Where, you know, Rocky Top sounds like this. It sounded like this. And, you know, I was like, oh, okay, I'll never do that again. Rocky had a peppermint stick in his hand. That was something I bought at True Value. They were selling peppermint sticks that you could actually eat. One of the big things that I loved about that first Christmas edition was making Bubba's hands look like he was wrapping gifts, because the way his hands moved, you know, that was really, I think I talked about that in the video too. But that was a fun Christmas edition, and I remember I fixed up Rocky's eyes to make him look better for that video.
What do you think about the measurements for measuring out Bubba's hand with the ribbons?
I think it'll work out.
Let me explain.
I still didn't know how to do the air pressure yet, and I have a hard time watching some of those early man and dog videos, especially that one, because you could see the air pressure is just awful. and you know, I wouldn't learn how to fix that for another 2 more years. It also began the tradition of using the Joy to the World non-copyrighted music that has somehow wormed its way into every single Man and Dog Christmas special. It just became a tradition.
So it's Friday morning, about 8 o'clock a.m. and we got Ian here today. Ian, you mind telling us what you're planning on doing today?
All right, so planning to put real feathers on Henrietta and get rid of the old ones.
By that point, Ian was in the group and we were able to show a little bit more. Dan was still working at Wonderland at the time.
It's just an incredible experience working on these guys, getting them ready for Christmas. We hope you guys like the video.
Yeah, hope you guys come and see it live. We're going to be open weekends only, 12 o'clock to 5 o'clock throughout November and December, and on New Year's Eve.
That's right, New Year's Eve is first night.
It was the first time Ian was in a Christmas video, and that was a lot of fun because Ian was great at sewing stuff, and at that point we knew how to do the air pressure. We had just done Vlogs 2019 earlier that summer, so that was a fun time to do that.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Man and Dog Christmas 3.0.
Rocky Top, you'll always be home sweet home to me. Good old Rocky Top, Tennessee. Rocky Top, Tennessee.
And to do it by myself, the only thing I remember about that special, and this was a great thing because I remember it got a lot of the families excited, especially the kids, was that I think that was the one where I brought in the Screaming Serpent roller coaster from K'NEX. Hey Dan, I got it running. Check this out. At that point, it got a little repetitive. I remember thinking, okay, we did 3 Christmas specials.
The first couple years that we started doing first night again, because remember, we didn't do first night for a couple of years, and then we started it back up again in 2015. That year, in 2016, we didn't open the giant wheel. It was 2019 that we did finally open the wheel because the weather was so warm, and Tyler Regal was operating it that night. But I did operate it in between when we were open at Christmas that year. And there were some weekends that were busy and there were others that were slower.
Dan did work on the giant wheel light show.
That was probably one of the best projects I worked on as a team member here.
He got the job from our operations manager, John Kapchak, at the time.
It's a program that has a big grid on it, and there are 34 light strands, and pretty much if you looked at this grid, if I showed you a grid with the design on it, it wouldn't look anything like what it would look like on the wheel. Part of the program had a simulator that would show you exactly what light strand was where on the grid, but the grid would have like a bunch of lines going up and down in different colors. It took me a while to learn how to do that. I had to train myself how to do that. And it took a lot of just playing around with the system, and we had some issues uploading the system into the computer that's in the middle of the wheel because the shows have to be a certain length. They can't be any longer because the show won't display, and that happened a couple of times.
That was pretty cool.
We would physically climb up the wheel and open the light box and put the flash drive in. that's how we would get the show to work.
Ian introduced me to Alex Corson, which was his friend, his longtime friend.
It all basically began with a friend of mine. His name is Ian McGill. And then eventually I got to a point where I was like, you know what, let me just hang out with these guys and give it a chance.
He was the first person we had that was a cameraman. Alex filmed, I think, maybe 4 to 5, maybe even 6 hours of material for 4.0.
Where we just created and created, and that's just one of the greatest things I think we ever did.
It was great because I had a variety of things to choose from, but the other great thing was he had this VHS filter on his phone.
Now Alex is recording. Alex, you got a VHS filter going on over there, right?
Yeah.
How do I look?
You look great.
Yeah, very retro, right?
Yeah.
Nice.
I remember that year.
And also I remember coming up with the idea of having Christmas commercials air throughout the special. Make it look like it was a Christmas special on ABC, like you would see with Rudolph or Frosty the Snowman. So that was something new. So 4.0, I would have to say, is, I think that's my favorite Christmas special that we did. Out of all the Christmas specials we made at Wonderland Pier, that one stands out the most because a lot of good changes happened that year. And it was a complete 180 from 2020 because 3.0 was very depressing for me to do. But 4.0 was a lot more fun because I had some help, and it was great to have everybody in that special. In fact, Alex filmed so much that the following year in 2022, I had a hernia operation, and I wasn't sure if we could film our next Christmas special because my surgery was in early November. So the great thing was Alex filmed so much material that all the stuff that was left on the cutting room floor from 4.0, we had enough material to get another special out of that footage.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh, o'er the fields we go, laughing all.
The great thing about Christmas at the Railway Station was that Anthony, who was Butter003 on YouTube, he was a fan, and he came up to Wonderland Pier in Christmas of 2021 on New Year's Eve, I believe, and he filmed what we had from like so many different camera angles, and I thought, well, this is great because we can take that footage and I can edit it to make it look like they're singing Jingle Bells and the song Christmas at the Railway Station, which are songs from the Jukebox Band at Chinatown Station.
Moms and dads with their presents piled up to the sky, and the carolers sing songs of celebration. It's Christmas time at the railway station.
So it was really cool, you know, we had a new Man and Dog special without going up there to film it. And then I found out from my doctor that I was able to go up to Wonderland for first night in 2022, and very quickly we made 5.0. So we had 2 Christmas specials that came out the same year.
It's an experience that not many people got to see and be a part of. So I consider myself very lucky.
I remember when 5.0 came around, we had a trailer made for 5.0. I was going to release it in November, but in late October I had my hernia and I had to get a hernia operation, and so I was going to be in bed for the next 2 months. So 5.0 was canceled. We still were able to deliver a Christmas special from the leftover stuff from the year before, but the thing that really stunk was the big thing about 5.0 at the time was I wanted to put Christmas lights on the roof of the loading and unloading station of the monorail. Now, when we ended up doing 5.0, we didn't do that until 3 days after Christmas because we were only open for New Year's Eve that year. So it would have been a waste of time to do that. But all of those ideas that I had in mind to do for 5.0, we ended up doing in 6.0 in 2023. So that was the year that we actually decorated the roof on the loading and unloading station. And we changed it up a little bit too. You know, I always like to change up the specials. You know, I remember one time we had Alex dress up as Santa Claus, and I think that was 4.0. And that was a lot of fun to have him. He had a full Santa Claus suit. He was dancing the Rocky Top, and I thought, oh, this is great.
There was one time I dressed up as Santa. If you see 4.0, you know exactly what we're talking about here.
We have a special treat. Our own Anthony, there on drums, performing live with the Man and Dog animatronics, all 7 songs. So give it up for Anthony.
Sure hope everyone's having a great time. This is going to be a request. No, I'll request right on the lawn floor.
This is awesome. 7.0 Merry Noel. That was one of the last Christmas specials that we did, and I'm really happy that we were able to do it, because when we heard Wonderland Pier was closing, I honestly didn't know if we were going to make it to Labor Day.
Where it was just everybody, not just like me, you, and Butters, and like it was just like it was like a celebration up here, and you know, like we got to meet each other, we made new friends, we just decorated.
Cool Guy Studios, who was a YouTuber, who's also a big fan, he had all these ideas that he wanted to do for the next Christmas special, and I said, sure, you can join us, you can help us out. Well, then 2 months later, the word came out that Wonderland was closing, and I felt kind of bad, and I said, you know what, we're gonna do 7.0 anyway, because you were looking forward to it, and I want you to join it with us.
People looked at us as if we're crazy because this was August when we did this. No, yes, it's still set in November. We had to film it in August just so we can get it done before the place closes.
These Christmas specials do not take one night to shoot. They take a couple of days to shoot because we just do so much. So the idea then was, well, if we're going to do it in August, we have to wait until everybody goes home, set everything up, tear it down the next morning, and make sure it's cleaned up and ready to go the next day that we open, because it's still summertime.
Other than that though, like it was just fun stuff in general. Like it was so much fun.
But the reason why we did it in August was because I wasn't sure if we would be able to do it in September, October, because I didn't know what was going to happen. There were so many rumors going around, and I'm like, while the Man and Dog are here, let's do it. What are you guys working on over here?
We're fixing the arm. Tightening.
I could have gone to a bar and seen it like that. Yeah.
I mean, it's pretty much fixed now. Here, why don't you hold the arm? I'll put it through. Sure.
I actually went there.
We kind of fixed it. It's like holding like that now.
What happened to it?
It like came off. The cylinder came off at the arm.
Oh.
Don't make it like move too slow. It's not good. Yeah, that's pretty good. This arm doesn't. It's like having trouble noticing that.
Borders, you look majestic.
Are kind of messed up too.
Oh, because of the wind?
I think it's good. Should be good. Butter, I'm gonna continue.
Eyelids and arm now work again.
still think 4.0 is the best one we ever did. Maybe Christmas at the Railway Station, because that was part of 4.0. This comes pretty close.
I believe so.
7.0 comes pretty close.
Yeah. I think so. Yeah. I think it's unanimous.
So we're just gonna use it to cover up the cotton.
I love how like Rocky, like how Wonder Bear and Chuck E. Cheese are just chilling. They're getting
the first time they've ever gotten along.
Oh wait, they haven't.
Anthony, Jason. Here's what we're gonna do, okay? Now we only got one shot to get this, so I don't want to bring you guys around on the train again, and I want to get those doors closed. God forbid the cops come by and they see those doors open. So here's what we're gonna do.
You're good, Mike.
Smiling and waving. Okay.
I don't think I have to smile.
Well, you know what I mean.
What's happening?
You think I can sit in there?
I just want Wonder and Landy in the shot. That's all right. Okay, so you guys, you're gonna sit in the front. Landy, you're gonna sit behind him. You're gonna sit. Now, if you're sitting in the monorail car, you're gonna sit in the front car. Wonder, you're to the left. Landy, you're to the right. So I can see the both of you as the camera goes by. Now, the camera's gonna be on the scissor lift down by the carousel. When you come by the carousel, if you guys can't see me out of the mascot outfit, I will tell you guys, all right guys, start smiling and waving. Wonder Bear, when I say start waving, you're gonna hold this, smiling and waving, okay?
Smile and wave, boys. Smile
and wave.
I can grip it. Yeah. But again, we have gaffers tape to put on your hands in case you can't hold it. So, and when we get that, you guys are gonna go by. Jason, don't forget, when you guys go outside, you can take your heads off. But when you're out by the wacky worm about to come back in, put them back on. Okay? All right. Let's get you guys in the suits.
I'm pretty good.
This is like Chucky's.
I know, right?
I think this is like one of the coolest things ever.
Never done this before.
I think this is the same for.
We started filming that special around 10 o'clock at night, and we didn't get home until 2 o'clock in the morning. All right. We gotta get Wonder and Landy in the trains because God forbid if Jay comes over, I don't want him to see the monorail doors open.
Yeah.
So I don't want him to see that.
Yeah.
So but that's okay. We gotta get Wonder and Landy out pretty soon. So that way we can have them go through here.
Yeah.
Going?
Go ahead.
All right, here we go. Snow machine. Here we are.
Woo! So how does it feel being in a suit? Yeah. Yeah. Ugh. Dang, Rocky. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
He never got rid of it.
I've seen it. But I'm in Wonder's room, Wayne shot, man. I don't even.
Tighter.
Yeah, it's a test run.
Well, as long as it stays on. Because if the train goes by and it falls off, we have to do take 2, and I don't want to do that.
That's adorable.
That's gonna be cool.
That is so cute.
Oh, that's perfect.
Oh, what? Wonder Bear, what did you see?
Yo, Wonder Bear. What are you doing? Come over here. What the heck are you doing? Yo, you want to square up, boy? You want to square up? You want to square up, boy? Come on. Mike Tyson could do better. Come on. You want to square up, boy? Square up.
Oh, what is he doing? Oh, now Wonder Bear's squaring up? Dude, what's wrong with you, man?
After Wonder Bear went down the walk, so I think something's wrong with it.
You getting this?
Yeah. I got you.
You do know, at some point down the road, this is going to be hanging in my bedroom. You do know that, right?
Yes.
Yeah. And everybody that works at Wonderland is going to say, I told you so.
7.0, I think, the newest one we did was the best, was actually my favorite one we've done.
We literally waited until everybody went home. We turned on all the lights. We turned on the carousel. Nobody was here but us. And we opened up the monorail doors. We sent the train out with our actors as Wonder and Landy. Here's what we're going to do. We only got one take to get this right. So what I'm going to do is, when I say action and we're gonna move the trains out, everybody that's standing up here, try to either sit on the bench or duck down, just so I don't see everybody here, okay? Because you're gonna see everything.
Okay.
It's gonna be so hot to be here.
So, Wonderland, come with me. Yeah, we're gonna put the lap bars down, yeah. Action! Hey, Wonder, hold up the sign! Wave, wave, wave! Turn around and wave! Alex, turn the lights on! Up at the monorail, turn the lights on! Let's get the lights on, let's get the lights on. Don't turn the key. Smile and wave, guys. Straight ahead. Okay, Wonder, hold that sign up. Hold the sign. All right, we got it.
Here we go.
Wish that I was on a rocky top down in the Tennessee hills. Ain't no smoggy smoke on Rocky Top, ain't no telephone bill. Once I had a girl on Rocky Top, half the other half cat. Wild as a pig, but sweet as soda pop, I still dream
Making all of these videos in Wonderland Pier about the man and dog, and especially the Christmas specials, I loved doing this. This was something I looked forward to every single Christmas. And I'm glad we got to make as many specials as we did, because each special has its own moments.
I know for a lot of people on the YouTube channel, it's the one thing that they look forward to the most out of the whole year. And, you know, and being part of that tradition, like to start a tradition and to be involved in tradition like this, is one of the biggest honors you could ever get as a content creator. And it's, will I miss doing the Christmas specials? Absolutely. But is there other ways that we can do it? Absolutely.
I wouldn't be the person I am today without it, and the people that I've met. So I owe a lot of my perseverance to work here, because I always knew I would work here. At some point, I always knew I wanted to, and I made it a reality for myself.
From all of us here, from myself, Dan, Ian, Alex, Anthony, and everybody else that helped us, I want to say thank you so much for watching all these specials.
Merry Christmas. Thanks for watching.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Hey, if I open up this door, I wonder what's on the other side.